Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Lion's Den. Hope you're having a good day. So, I haven't dived into this topic much, so I'm going to have a quick look at Titans. Because of the fact that I have been maxed for quite a while on my Titans, it's quite hard for me to do a dungeon guide. So, I will have that up shortly. I'm going to have a word with my team, and we're going to get a dungeon guide up and how to build and what to build. But there is one aspect of Titans that I can help you with, and that is the War Titans. Once you've got to a standard pace in dungeon where you can farm it quite fast and for quite a long time, we call it the infinite dungeon when you don't get killed. The next thing that you want to do is, what Titans should I use for war? And it's a great question. There is quite a lot of Titans now. There's different factions, especially with the summoners. It's made a massive change in the meta. So we're going to go over 3 teams that I think you could build, depending on which ones you want to do. I will show you what they counter quickly and why they're good. Before we jump into it, quick shout out to everyone that took part in the YouTube giveaway and the Discord opening giveaway. We had a lot of numbers for that. I think we had nearly 600 for each together. Sorry. Yeah, brilliant turnout, and congratulations to the winners. I hope you guys come and join me on the Discord soon. So, Titans, let's have a look at what ones we can have. So let's start off with the simple basics. We've got fire, water, earth, dark, and light. It used to be only fire, earth, and water, and it used to be like a triangle. Fire beat earth, earth beat water, water beat fire. So it is a triangle. Obviously now we have light and dark as well, which has kind of overtaken the meta quite easily. We have Ellerite, but let's skip that for now unless you're building Electo and you want all your fire titans. It's not worth it at the moment, so we'll stick to the other ones. So let's quickly jot this down. So, water, we have, these are your dungeon people. These are your dungeon titans. Tidus, Hyperion, Sigurd, they're the kind of 3 healing titans. Obviously we have Avalon as well, who's in Earth. Mari was very rarely used before, and Nova used to be very good back a while ago now. It used to be a while. Now that other Titans have come in, Nova's definitely lost a bit of her appeal. So you're probably only going to build Water Titans for dungeon. Simple as that. Then we have Fire. So Fire with Electo isn't too bad. If you do something along the lines of this, yes, it can kill quite a lot. But again, Electo is a very expensive Titan to build this season. So really, you're not going to build many of these. Really, all you need is a Raji. He's your main guy here. He is in 2, I think, of the proper meta teams at the moment. Very, very strong Titan. Then we have your Earth Titans. Simple to say, this is where the first meta team comes in. A fully Earth team is very, very strong. Especially at the beginning, all you really need is a strong Angus. And the other guys, as long as they are there to support Angus for 5 seconds, Angus's damage will rip through early game teams. This is why 5 Earth is probably, I would say, the easiest team to build, because you're going to be building Angus, you're going to be building Eden likely, Silver and Avalon you don't really need, and then you just need Verdok at a little bit of power. As you can see, my Verdok is 87k, my Angus is nearly 170, so you don't need to build these massively. Then we have the Dark Titans. Very strong now with Umbra because they have the energy sapping now from the hits. So 5D isn't too bad. The 5 Dark Titans, it is okay. But personally, I take Kyros out of this situation because you don't use Kyros anywhere else. Mort and Tenebris you can use in other lineups with like the Light Titans, and I'm sure with the Ellerite Titans they will be useful as well just because of their skills. Kyros is just a damage dealer, so you're going to have to build Kyros separately anyway. So not the greatest choice. Personally, and probably the second meta team here out of Earth is the 4D with the guy that we spoke about earlier, Araji. So this is what people call 4DA, 4 Dark Titans, Araji. A very, very strong team. This is the one that I think I use the most at the moment in the game. It's basically an auto win against 95% of the teams at the moment. It's pretty ridiculous. I will show some battles after we've gone over the last team. Last but not least, we have the 5 light team. Again, very strong. Iari, Regal, Solaris, Eamon, and Lemira, very, very strong together. They heal a lot. Eamon and Solaris do a lot of damage once they've started buffing each other up. Regal is a very strong tank, especially with his additional ones. And again, kind of like Verdok, Lemira doesn't need a huge amount of investment. So even at 50k, she can start working in your team. So for me, this is my third meta team. We have the 5 Earth team, we have the 4DA with Araji, and then we have the 5 Light team. With these 3 teams, you can take everything in the game. If we're looking at defensively is always rough because it's just a bit weak on defense, everything. It can be taken so easily. I think if we're going for what causes the most hassle if it fails, 5 light is the way to go. 5 light titans to clear up is horrific. It's very hard because the healing has already started from Lemira and Yari. The damage from Eamon and Solaris already starts, so it's a horrific team to clean up. But overall, on defense, it doesn't really matter at this stage in time. Maybe once the Elorite Titans come in, they start changing it up a bit. But right now, we're talking mainly for offensively, not defense. So now I'm sure a question that is going to be instantly asked is, okay, so which one should I build? And I mean, it is down to personal preference. As I said when I was going through the elements, you're going to be building Angus and Eden probably for dungeons. So that puts you some way towards an Earth team. I also think 5 Earth is probably the cheapest because as I said, all you really need is a big Angus and the other guys can just be quite small. That's because of Verdok's ability, which increases Angus's damage, or well, the Earth Titan's damage, depending on the health. So if you have a big Angus with a weapon and a max seal, he just annihilates the early game. My personal favourite and my recommendation is this team, the 4DA. You're going to have Araji built anyway because he is your main damage dealer for fire rooms. You don't really need anyone else in fire rooms. You can basically run Araji as a tank and then heal him in mixed rooms. So you'll have a massive Araji anyway, but then you do have to build the other 4. Like I said, Mort and Tenebris work with the Light Titans as well, so it's not just for this team. And then, yeah, last but not least, we have the Light team. I would say it's just as strong as the 4DA team, but it's just the fact that you have to level and upgrade all 5 Light Titans for this to become a thing, really. You can swap in Araji for, say, Eamon, but again, I think the 4 Dark version is better. So yeah, for me, the 5 Earth team is probably the cheapest to get going, so you can go that option, but later on, the 5 Light team and the 4DA will be better. So it's depending if you want to look for results now or down the line, especially with resources being quite hard to get for Titans, to be honest. It takes a while to get the dust and the skin stones, etc. Right, let's have a look at some training battles just to show you how they get on, and I'll show you also what I mean by the fact that defense is a bit useless at the moment. So I was actually playing around earlier for someone on the server that wanted to test out the 5D team and wanted to see why it was good. But yeah, you can see here on the third one, we have the 5 Dark team. We have the 4DA, but we have Kiros instead of Mort. And then the top one, we have the one that I like. In the battle screens here, so as you can see, the 4DA team beats the Mirror. It beats the Kiros version. and it beats the full dark version. And then when we scroll up here, you'll see, obviously against the Earth team, it beats it. That's because of Araji. Araji will just melt the Earth Titans. As you can see, ridiculous amount of damage. The last one is the Light Titans. Again, as you can see, a very, very clean victory. Brewstar doing a lot of the work. I would say that I will get into this more detail in the other videos, but Brewstar and his defense against Earth is a huge skin to get. It really made a massive difference in the overall game, I think. But if we go to the 4DA team on defense, if we do the one that I like, so if we do Earth, I mean, this should lose. Okay, so we got a 5-5. I mean, that's not bad considering most of them are 10-0. As for 5 Light, sorry. Yeah, not much about that. A very clean, even though it's the other way around, it makes such a massive difference. I have to admit, I'm not sure if the dark version with Kiros wins. What about the 5 dark? I think Iraji wins. Nope, there you go. See, 5 dark beats that. And then the Kiros version without Mort, I think also wins. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Titans on defense are poor. Like I said, the weak thing with Earth Titans is the fact that someone that has a built Araji is just going to slaughter your Earth team. So that is a problem. So yeah, that is my quicker introduction into War Titans. Like I said, I'm going to do 3 videos. We're going to go over how to build them, what you need, and what the kind of minimum resources you need for all of them. We do have these guides written up on my Discord, so feel free to come join and have a look if you're impatient and don't want to wait for a video. But I will do one for 5 Earth, for the 4DA team, and the 5 Light team. Obviously, depending on where you're at in the game, some of it will be useful, some of it might not, but I think looking to the future and building properly is a massive strategy and a massive part of the game. So I would definitely recommend that. So yeah, as always, like, subscribe, come join us on the Lions Den Discord. I will leave a link in the comments. And obviously, if you do buy anything in the online store, feel free to use my creator code, the Lions Den. Doesn't cost you any extra, just goes towards supporting the channel and me, which is always, of course, much appreciated. So I will see you very soon. I will get these guides out very soon, and I will, see you very soon. Thanks, everyone. See you soon.